What's up? We're here with a quick mini tutorial of how to set up trees for my asset pack in the Unreal Engine marketplace, which is now the fab, of course. It's ChoppableTrees, and we're going to show you how to take a tree asset from another asset pack, prepare it for ChoppableTrees in Blender. Because there's a little trick to it, and if you don't prep it right, it won't work. But if you do prep it right, then you can use whatever trees you want. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it takes a little bit. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started. First step is to find your tree asset, which right here I have this one free one from Unreal Engine because they do their free stuff every month. And we got this tree. It looks like it's going to be really easy to work with. I'll show you real quickly how you can tell. And that's because you can tell that there's a trunk material, a leaves material, and when we bring it into Blender, you're going to see that they're almost already separated. So you're going to right click on that asset, you're going to hit Asset Actions, you want to export, and then you're going to go to your D drive where you should have some sort of 3D models folder to stash it, or wherever you want. I said D drive, that's just where mine is. Let's go to Trees. We'll do SMTree3 as an FBX, export it. Quick and fast. Boom. All right, next step, we're going to open Blender. Now that we've got Blender opened up, let's select our things and delete them. Every time we're in Blender, always do that no matter what, because you got to assert dominance early, otherwise it will sense your fear and it will mess with you. So we want to import FBX. I hate Blender, by the way. I love it because it's free. Hate it because it's a pain in the ass to work with Unreal Engine. I could go into that right now, but not right now. Tree 3 is what we want. I'm not going to mess with any of this stuff. Don't even look at it. All right, that looks like a mess. It is, but it isn't. If you don't know how to do this, middle mouse button, and if you shift click and middle mouse button, then you can do that. All right, so first, this is our little scene area. We're gonna go in here. This is our LOD3. It looks like it only has one LOD. Oh no, this is our collision mesh. We're gonna hide that for now. We're gonna open up our tree. It should have a bunch of LODs. You can click these eyeballs to hide them. I'm only gonna work with the high level of detail version right now. You can do this with all your LODs, but that's not the point. We're making quick and simple tutorial. Okay, so select it, left click. We're going to go into edit mode, and now we've got this mess. Click out, highlight over, and hit L. That will select just the island, which should just be your trunk if it's set up correctly. You might have to go in and separate each branch from the trunk, which are these, if you look in here, these little guys, which would take some time, but it wouldn't be that terrible because you might have a tree that has the branches like attached. You'll just do like a Boolean slice. But anyways, this one's like this. We want to do, I think it's Control P. Nope. It's, hold on, L, P. Yeah, separate by selection. Boom. Now we've got a separate trunk here. We go back into object mode. We click that. That's now the branches. This is now the trunk. We're going to rename it by double clicking. Get rid of these little dots, do like an underscore and call it like trunk. And this one, we're going to call it branches. All right, now we still want to export our collision mesh, which is this nice little guy someone set up. That looks like someone set that up already. Makes our life easier. So anyway, highlight, select these, go to export, and we want to export an FBX. Pick where you're going to export it. I'm just going to put it back in the trees folder. If I could find it. 3D models, duh. Here, I'm going to flip this. It just makes it easier for me to have everything in the same order. Of course, now it's upside down again. Boom. All right, we're going to call this ChoppableTree2. .fbx. I have operator presets for Unreal Engine export. Yeah, so you're going to want to check this box. Select objects, so you're only exporting what you've selected, which should be those three things. You want X to be forward and Z to be up. Have these boxes checked, check your geometry. Normals only. You can do faces. If you get an error that says like, oh, you don't have, like a warning in Unreal Engine that says something about smoothing groups, you can change smoothing to face instead of normals and that'll work. Armature, we're not using an armature and we're not baking animation. Should be good. So you hit export. So if we import ChoppableTrees 2, import all, this time they're separate as they should be. You're going to get these basic materials that you want to swap with whatever it is you're using. So if we go here, actually we don't need to do that. Yeah, let's just swap the materials in here real quick. I'm going to migrate them so we get different looking trees so it's more obvious. Hold on. So I wasted a whole bunch of time trying to migrate these materials because it turns out you can't migrate materials from a project that's in 5.6 back to say 5.2. They won't show up even though they're in the folder. They won't show up in the editor. So you have to change the version of your 5.2 project to 5.6 and then they'll show up. That might break stuff for you, might not. It is what it is. Otherwise you're gonna have to like change the other project back to an older version, and then if it shows up in there or not, I don't know. Save a backup. Be careful. Okay, anyway. We want to get our tree back. If we go into demo, tree, meshes, where's the new one? I mean, it's definitely this one and definitely this one. So we're just gonna make some changes. We want to apply the new materials, which is somewhere. I'm already like making this a longer video than it should be just by doing the material thing, but I wanted this to look unique from the other one in the scene. Alright, so there we have our materials. Now we need to change our collisions. There's like two spots we want to modify it. Okay, this one is supposed to be no collision for sure, and this one's not supposed to be no collision for sure. That's for sure. The trunk, we might want collision, but I have a feeling that it might be okay without it. We'll see. So let's take our blueprint, let's copy and paste it and drag it over here. Oops, not like that. We don't want it to be through the ground. Go into details. We got our meshes for our mesh slots. Go into meshes. We're going to throw this on that and here on there. And check that this plane right here is big enough to slice through that trunk, because this is a much larger trunk than the other ones, but it looks like it's large enough. If it's not, you want to adjust that slice plane to be bigger. So now we got a new tree, all shiny. Hopefully it works. If it falls to the ground, we already know what to do about it. Let's go and test it. Okay, let's go over here. It's floating a little bit, so we're going to want to change that. Yeah, so no collision. If you can't hit it, we do need a collider on the trunk. And let's just do block all. Let's change this one to block all or query only or physics only, query only. I don't know, whatever it was before, which we don't know. Let's just check our other example. If you don't know, check the example. It's a good tip. Collision enabled, query and physics and block all. Okay, yeah. Should have checked that first. Collision enabled, query and physics on the trunk and block all in collision presets. There. And this one, the branches are the ones you don't want blocking because it just messes everything up. We're going to lower this a click. Hit play. Still could have gone lower than that. So now you do get a collision. You get our little thing, little choppies, and it falls. Nice. That'll disappear. And then, bop, it'll slice. Looks like we're getting some weird artifact on the inside material there. That was weird. I've never seen that before. Might be this material. What's going on there? Oh, I know what's causing this. This material has a weird wind thing, so it's causing a sway. As you can see, that sway, that's not the actual position of the mesh. That's got a mesh offset. So if you have that problem, just either go into your material and change it so that it doesn't have the wind doing so much sway stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to be lazy and just replace that. And if you want, you would just recolor it because it's a nice material. Or, you know what I mean, customize it. That way it's not swaying and being all dumb, if you ask me. Hit play. Alright, try again. Bonk, bonk, bonk. We should probably dither the branches away since I just disappeared, but you can do that on your own. You guys, I believe in you guys. You're not all useless. There. Cool. It's weird we can't pick that up. Something weird's going on actually. Something weird is now going on. What is going on now? It wasn't going on before. There's a collider. Why is there a collider? The hell's going on now? Dude. Oh. We also need to allow CPU access. How did it work before? That's crazy. I'm gonna have to re-record this whole thing because I'm like forgot all the steps I did last night. So if you go into your trunk and you search allow CPU access, check that. Makes you wonder how it worked the first time. Very strange. Play. Boop, boop, boo. Oh. Get rid of that. Go bonk. There we go. That's correct. So yeah, if you have weird collision glitch, make sure allow CPU access is working. There, you can collect it. That's good to go. And that, my friends, is how you add a new tree to your ChoppableTrees asset pack that I made, and it's available on the Fab. It's pretty cool. It's multiplayer ready. It's procedural, geometry script, and all that. If you like it, check it out. And yeah, any questions, you can find me in the Discord. And I do have Discord on my phone again, so I should be able to respond in a decent amount of time. And if I don't, you can always bug me on the YouTube channel. Hope that helps. I'll leave a link below. Be sure to have a good New Year's and happy holidays. Peace.